can't put how nervous I am.
Once you get to that third level, you won't even notice it.
I've noticed more and more that on TV, in newspapers, and on movies, people are discussing bipolar disorder. Most recently, people have speculated that Britney Spears is someone that might be bipolar. Right here at the ASC, the Alternative Solutions Center, we don't support labeling people, especially if we don't know the exact diagnosis. But often people have the wrong idea about what bipolar is, so I'm here to clarify. Bipolar is a mood disorder. Of course, we all have our ups and downs. We all have moods. Sometimes we're frustrated, happy, sad, excited. This is normal. But people who are bipolar have very serious, extreme mood swings. It's not the same as people who don't have bipolar. Sometimes they can't control their moods. It's a chemical imbalance. It's not their fault. It's a medical condition. Bipolar used to be called manic depressive. This is because bipolar has two sections, the manic stage and the depressive stage. When people are in their manic stage, they feel really high, very positive. There's many symptoms of this stage. People become very creative. They have a lot of energy, they're very excited, ready to go. They're always wanting to do something. They don't sleep a lot. They're very positive. Sometimes they get a little egotistical because they're so high. Unfortunately, sometimes the judgment can become impulsive. They don't think things through. They can't make decisions properly. They make snap decisions. They can't focus. Sometimes people get into gambling or will rack up some credit card debt. That's the mania stage, when you feel really up. There's also the other side to this, which is the depression side. People with bipolar have the same kind of depression as people that are just depressed. They feel lousy, they don't sleep enough, or they sleep too much. They don't eat enough, or they eat too much. They don't feel like there's any hope for the future. It's very hard to focus, and they can't enjoy their everyday activities. Sometimes they think about committing suicide or feelings like they want to die. Some research shows that people with bipolar experience depression even worse than people that just have depression. This is because they've had the experience of feeling so high. The contrast can be really brutal. There's a very high suicide rate connected with people with bipolar disorder. 1 in 5 people that are unmedicated will commit suicide if they're diagnosed with bipolar. Often, people will ask, how long do these stages last? Well, the answer is it's different for everybody. Adults can go through their mania stage for weeks, even months. And then they can even out, and you'd never know that they had bipolar disorder. Then later it can go down and they can hit their depressive stage. It's really different for each person. With teenagers, you tend to see these mood swings happen more quickly. Every day can be different. They can go through their up stages and down stages day to day. It's very hard to diagnose bipolar disorder. One of the reasons is people often will use alcohol or drugs to try to self-medicate, to lessen the pain. Really, that makes them feel worse and adds more problems. As I said before, it's a chemical imbalance. So we've done a lot of research to see if they can cure. Unfortunately, there is not a cure for bipolar. But that doesn't mean you can't control it. There's a lot of medications that you can use that can help you even out your mood swings. People that have bipolar disorder can live very successful lives. It's very important for people that are bipolar to take their medication. Work with a psychiatrist, especially so that they can tweak your medication so that it matches your chemicals. It's important to have a steady sleep schedule. Go to sleep at the same time, wake up in the morning at the same time. It's also really important to exercise. These things are important for somebody that's bipolar to make sure that they stay stable. It's important to get friends and family support. If you're somebody who is a friend of someone who is bipolar, try to pay attention. It's often difficult for them to reach out to others, so you really want to try to pay attention and help them and notice if they're going into a mania or depressive stage. Try to talk to them. It can help. It's important for people that are bipolar to lessen their stress as much as possible. When people are in relationships with people that are bipolar, it can become stressful, especially when you're talking about marriage and things like that. You really want to try to lessen that stress for them. People that have bipolar disorder are portrayed in the media as being violent or out of control. This isn't the truth. Oftentimes that's just to create something exciting for the movies and TVs. There have been many famous people that have shared their experiences and their struggle with bipolar. President Roosevelt was bipolar. Robin Williams is bipolar. Astronaut Buzz Aldrin is also bipolar. The list goes on and on. Just because you're bipolar does not mean you can't have a successful life. So go ahead and be happy.